When word reached Ballaban that Skanderbeg lay camped in Vajkal, he saw his opening, and in April 1465 rallied 18,000 men to begin the march. Skanderbeg positioned his force of 5,000 troops at the strategic center of Vajkal Valley, while the Ottomans set theirs across the divide, near the mountain that marked the valley's terminus. Anticipating their assault, Skanderbeg kept his troops in a constant state of readiness. On the eve of battle, he crafted a bold deception. He would feign weakness, letting fear and hesitation seep into the Ottoman lines. Once drawn into the valley under the illusion of an easy victory, the enemy would be ambushed. The Albanians would then press the attack up into the hills, halting only at the point beyond which a counterstrike could be launched. The following day, Ballaban crossed beyond the hills and launched a sudden assault on Skanderbeg's position. Calm and composed, Skanderbeg allowed the Ottoman forces to draw near before unleashing a fierce counterattack. The valley erupted into brutal combat. Blood was spilled on both sides, but the Albanian forces stood their ground. As the Ottoman lines fractured and retreated, Skanderbeg's strategy had proven successful. Most of his men halted pursuit at the hills, adhering to his orders to avoid a potential countertrap. But not all listened. A group of Albanian officers, caught in the rush of victory, pressed onward in pursuit. The Ottomans, however, had regrouped. Turning on their pursuers, they ambushed the scattered Albanians, forcing them to flee toward higher ground. There, on a hilltop, the officers mistook Ottoman infantrymen for Christian allies. It was a fatal error. Surrounded and captured, they were taken as prisoners and delivered into the hands of Ballaban Badera. Among them were Moisi Golemi, Vladan Jurica, Skanderbeg's relative, Muzaka Arianidi, Skanderbeg's nephew, Jin Muzaka, John Parley, Nikol Berisha, George Kuka, and Jin Mainshur. In an effort to secure their release, Skanderbeg dispatched an ambassador to the Sultan, pleading for the safe return of his captured commanders and warning that failure to do so would result in the execution of Ottoman prisoners held by the Albanians. Despite the plea, the Sultan remained resolute. Informed of the prisoner's importance by Ballaban Badera, he refused any clemency and instead ordered a harrowing punishment. The Albanian officers were subjected to relentless torture, their bodies flayed over 15 agonizing days. In the end, their remains were cast aside, left to be devoured by dogs. As dusk fell upon the blood-drenched plains of Vajkal, sorrow gripped the Albanian camps. Skanderbeg's envoy had returned, not with hope, but with horror. The Sultan had dismissed the appeal, and the captured officers had met a gruesome fate. Their disfigured corpses were thrown to the dogs, a cruel gesture meant to shatter the spirit of their comrades.